Hello.
There we are.
I let you in.
Good evening.
Hello, everybody. How are we all?
Doing well. Thanks for having me on tonight.
Oh, pleasure. The pleasure is all ours. So, we have got Dave Schrader with us tonight from the fabulous lineup of the Festival of the Unexplained. Dave, you are our headliner on Sunday. How does that feel?
That seems like a lot of pressure, ladies. A lot of pressure.
No pressure.
Can I just be one of the crowd? I just want to be one of the hugging crowd. Headlining sounds like I've got to be really good.
You do have to be really good.
All the pressure.
Oh, man. All right. Well, because I love and appreciate each and every one of you, I will do my very best to be the headliner you deserve.
Well, I am really glad to hear that.
Yeah. And I've had, Gemma, you heard this. Nicki promised to dye my goatee that same color red.
It has to happen.
Wow, don't do it with so much excitement, ladies.
It will happen.
Tamp it down a little.
It will happen.
Tamp down the energy. Yeah.
By force or not, it's happening. You're having a red beard by the end of the weekend.
I like it.
So, Dave, tell us, what have you been up to?
I have been traveling this great big world of ours. I was out in Egypt earlier this year. I just came back from Germany and Prague. This weekend, I'm off to HillCon in Pennsylvania. I'm off to the Anderson House in Wabasha, Minnesota next weekend. And then I've got this little trip coming up in September where I'm going to be visiting the UK. Is that, how do you say the UK? What is UK? How do you pronounce that properly?
The
UK.
Right first time.
Oh, very good. We're going to go. We're going to visit the Festival of the Unexplained. And we're going to be doing a tour with a bunch of my followers and listeners. And I'm just looking forward to this. This is exciting. I have not been to England in about 5 or 6 years, so I'm excited to get back.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So this tour that you're doing, what's this involve? What are you going to be doing? Obviously, I know you're coming to see us, and you're spending a few days.
Yeah,
riffraff.
Yeah, that was part of it when I was invited to be a part of the conference. I thought, well, you know what? Can I build around this and bring more people in? So I think we've got about 24 of our followers that are going to come out on this trip from the United States. And we're going to hit up some of the haunted spots and get a chance to investigate. And I don't have my list in front of me. I'm a bad man. But we've got a lot of cool places we're going to be visiting along the way. Then halfway through our trip and tour, we're going to stop in to the Festival of the Unexplained and spend 3-4 days together there. And then we're hitting the road again and going to wrap up the tour midweek after the conference. So I'm really looking forward to being able to just bed down for 3-4 days with you guys and have a chance to investigate and see the sights. And I don't know that I have a ball gown beautiful enough for the Gothic Masquerade Ball.
Well,
I've not even got one yet.
No, see, then I don't feel as bad. Yeah.
I live life on the edge.
Look at you.
We're better under pressure.
The question is, Dave, do all your Americans that you bring in know what they're letting themselves in for?
No, and we're going to keep that just between the three of us and maybe Karen, but that's it. Everybody else are just going to come and have a great time and have a lot of fun. So we're excited. And Neil Story is going to be leading our tour.
Neil.
And he'll be joining us at the Festival of the Unexplained. So it'll be a great opportunity to hear some amazing stories and tales. And I'm promising to bring the scary.
Tonight.
Yeah, is Neil here? Oh, Neil's
he's on here.
Hey, Neil.
Hi, Neil.
Have you met Neil before?
Yes. When I went and did my first England trips, I said, I want one man to be my host for this tour to tell the ghost stories, to tell the legend and lore, because my listeners really love true crime. They love supernatural. They love all of that kind of blend. And I had actually been introduced to Neil when I was on another trip. I was at one of the gift shops, and in the gift shop on their bookshelf was this book about Jack the Ripper and Dracula. And I'm like, wait, what? And I read this book, and it's about really looking into the background of what inspired, Dracula mythos. And as I started reading this, I got this book. I came back. It took me a few years. I was finally able to track Neil down. I had him on my show. fell mad in love with this guy for a bromance, and we have been buddies ever since. And when I decided to go out to England, he agreed to be the host for me on both of the trips we did in 1 year. We had so many people sign up. We had to do 2 separate trips that year. And most of it was because of Neil's history and just overall knowledge of everything amazing out there. So I was excited to get a chance to work with him again for this England tour, and that we'll both be on the same bill together at the Festival of the Unexplained.
Yeah. Well, we've got a good few days with our Neil, so that'll be exciting. He was there last year. We love him. He's fabulous.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Fantastic.
He is.
My favorite part.
I love it.
Yeah, my favorite part was he sat up in the front of the bus in the front row. I sit in the far back, so that way we can kind of keep an eye on all of our people. And we would sit there, and we'd be on the road for an hour, and then I'd go, "Hey, Neil," and he'd turn around and go, "Yes," and I said, "Tell us about the Highgate Vampire." Aha! And then he'd stand up and launch into the story of the Highgate Vampire, and then he'd turn around and sit back down. And 20 minutes later, yeah, exactly. And 20 minutes later, I'd go, "Hey, Neil, tell us about a werewolf story." Aha! And he'd launch into a werewolf story. And whatever I threw in his direction, he was ready for me. And we had a great time, and the people absolutely loved him on the tour.
Oh, amazing. It's going to be so good. So we're doing all sorts of different things at the festival, as you know. Mm-hmm. What bit are you looking forward to the most? Do you like the people stuff during the day? Do you like the speaking, or are you all about the party?
It's what's interesting to me is when I do these kind of events, there's not one part I look forward to in particular. I love meeting new people, which is weird because I'm a diehard introvert. But when I'm into Dave Schrader mode, right? Radio, TV personality, Dave Schrader, I can put myself out and just really enjoy everything about the experience, meeting all of the people that will be there with, entertaining them. I love people watching, and I've been promised many hugs in England. So I expect to fill my hug cup when I'm out there.
You will fill it full, and you sound a lot like somebody else. Little introvert over there.
Yeah. It's amazing. I do tell people, I always feel bad. I've been a public figure for 18 years talking about the paranormal, and I will be out and about and like at a druggist, at a store, and somebody will come up to me and they're like, "Are you Dave Schrader from, the Holzer Files or Ghosts of Devil's Perch or the Paranormal 60 podcast?" And I'm super, "Oh yeah, ma'am." It's super embarrassed and uncomfortable in my own skin. But when I go out to a conference, I can talk to tens of thousands of people and not have it bother me. But if I get out there and it's just one-on-one, and I wasn't expecting, I get super introverted and shy, and a lot of people mistake that. So I know that there's, like Zach on Ghost Adventures is kind of that way, where he's more introverted, and when he's in a public setting, he's on. When you kind of catch him one-on-one, he's really in his mind projecting 300 steps ahead of the things he has to get done. So a lot of people have thought a lot of my friends in the paranormal field are kind of standoffish when they meet them kind of out and about, but it's really just the fact most of us are introverted extroverts. We do an extrovert job, but we're introvert personalities, much like comedians. You'd think comedians and actors and actresses would go, they're so used to being looked at under a microscope and out there and blah, blah. And then you meet them in person and they're extremely quiet and shy for the most part, unless they're in entertainment mode.
Speaking of entertainment mode, Dave, you are aware we have a karaoke.
That's what I've heard. And because I love you people, I will not sing. So how about that?
Not optional.
That's my gift to you. What do you mean? Optional. I don't think.
If I've got to sing, you've got to sing.
I don't think that's in my contract. I'm gonna have to hold on. Let me see here. Let me see what Karen sent over to me. No hugs. Yep. Eat all I want at the buffet. Sure. Let's see. There is meet and greets. Yep. I'm all in for that. Nope. Absolutely no mention of karaoke. Sorry. Boy, I'm just as disappointed as you. Had I been signed for karaoke, you couldn't get me off the stage. Hey, just a handful of day tickets are still left available. Secure yours head over to www.festivaloftheunexplained.com. That's www.festivaloftheunexplained.com, and join us. We're going to have an amazing time, and I'm giving away free hugs. I don't know
You
if I
sound like a
mentioned that
TV
yet.
advert.
I know
Sound
that.
like you've done that
was
before.
well done.
But that's not all. If you order now, I'll also do karaoke.
You heard it here first. He said it now. He's doing karaoke.
If we completely sell out
Yeah.
of every ticket, I will do one song. I've never done karaoke in a public setting.
Oh, what better time?
Yeah, I will do it if we sell out, and Karen's got to prove to me it's a complete sellout. Not that I'm a complete
Neil's getting
sellout.
up to the park life.
Look.
Nice. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very
Go
fancy.
on,
Now I
Neil.
feel, oh man. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll do a little Livin' La Vida Loca by Ricky Martin, because that's kind of got a supernatural slant at the beginning. Or maybe I'll do a little Journey, Faithfully, or no, not Journey. Journey.
You're more on board with this than you're.
No, I'm joking, because there's like swinging for the fences. I might as well just get up and do Freddie Mercury songs, because if I'm gonna blow it, let me blow it in a grand fashion.
Absolutely. I think that's going to be the story of the weekend.
I'm just a poor boy. I need no sympathy. See, I don't think that's what you want to hear coming out of my mouth with this. Yeah, there's paranormal. I've been possessed by the ghost of, I don't know, some creepy old freaky guy.
Oh God.
Yes. Karen promises to prove it's a sellout. I want all the numbers. My accountant will be on hand. That's Neil's story. He's going to have to go through every line. And if it does so work out, I will join you for karaoke. Maybe Neil and I will get up and do like Ebony and Ivory or something.
Absolutely do a duet.
Yeah. The Girl Is Mine by McCartney and Jackson.
We will live stream it.
Huh? No. This will be an in-house thing. No cameras are allowed when I get up there to have to sing.
There's to be no evidence. Okay.
Yeah. Fine. How about if I just go up and tell really creepy stories of supernatural encounters? Wouldn't that be so much better? People would enjoy that. Then I can lean into the voice. I can be all, and then through the clearing of the haze, they could see a hand reaching out of the grave. That's the voice you want to hear, not, come on, let's get living La Vida Loca.
That's the one.
That's it. Woo, I can almost hear the panties dropping in the UK when I throw out that singing voice.
You never know.
Michael Murray, it ain't gonna happen. No live stream, unless of course we live stream, and it's $20 for the live stream, and I get $19 of it. Yeah, what happens at the festival stays at the festival. I like that, Karen. I saw you guys shut her down. Yeah, you guys shut that down as soon as she threw it up there.
I think we're all trying to click the comments on. I tried to click it on, and I think somebody else had, and I'm a bit technologically stunted.
Too many cooks in the.
Too many cooks and none in the coven. There you go.
All right.
None of us know how to work this thing.
That's all right.
So,
Heather says she'd love to come, but has no transport or money when you're in the UK. Can't we send a broom or something? Aren't witches big on this deal? Aren't we going to sprinkle a little fairy dust and fly there, man? Fly. Think happy thoughts.
Borrow the coven brooms.
Yeah. We'll miss you, Heather Co.
Oh dear. Yeah. So if you're not going to sing karaoke for us, Dave, are you going to get up and shake it on the dance floor?
God, what do you think? I'm almost 56 years old. If I shake it at my age, stuff's likely to fall off. And it's hard to find replacement parts because I'm considered a mantique now.
Dave, age is but a number.
Age is a number. Yeah, until you dislocate a hip in England. How did Dave die? It was a karaoke and dance misadventure. You don't want to know. Is there footage? It's bloody. It's horrible.
There's no evidence.
Yeah. Yep. And that's how Neil's story lost an eye. It popped out of his skin and took out his eye. But if anybody could pull off a patch on his eye and a tweed jacket, it's going to be Neil's story.
Yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously we know we all love Neil. Which other speakers are you looking forward to spending a bit of time with? Any that you've not met before?
I just getting a chance to hear everybody and all the different sides of the mystique of what we do and what fascinates us. So I can't even, again, it's like asking me to pick my favorite child. Her name is Ripley. I can't do that publicly. It's just my son Linus is standing there and just gave me the dirty look. Son, don't be worried. It's Ripley, definitely Ripley. No, I can't pick one speaker because, again, some of them I've never heard, so I don't know what they have to share yet. And maybe at the end of it I can tell you. But I am looking forward to Neil's story. I'm looking forward to Daniel Class is going to be there, a buddy of mine. So there's going to be some amazing topics. Rob is going to be out there, and God, his name just flew out of my head. I want to say Thomas, but that's
Rob
like
Thompson.
the lead singer. No, Thompson, yeah. I was going to say
Close.
Rob Thomas is from like Matchbox 20 or something. I had it wrong there. But yeah, Rob
Close.
Thompson.
Close.
So isn't it weird that I have to go to England to hear him talk? And I think he lives here in the United States.
Yeah.
That's
but you know, what better place to hear him talk?
Exactly. In his native tongue.
At least you might be able to understand him. We need subtitles. You're doing quite well, to be fair. Americans usually struggle with me.
No, you're great. I got to tell you, my first trip over there, Neil Story and I went into one of the stores, and I just wanted to get like a drink and a sandwich or something. And I'm in England. I've been to Germany and Prague and France and Romania and, some places that are not real good with English. And I've been able to figure stuff out. This lovely English woman steps up to the counter and starts, and I just, my eyes got huge, and I turned to Neil and I said, what language is it? And he starts laughing. He goes, that's English. And I go, in what country is that English? England. I'm like, my God, no, I don't know. Then I definitely am an avid speaker of Americanese. I did not understand a word this poor woman said. And luckily Neil was there to translate in every little province we visited. So I didn't realize that in your country, there are so many different ways to speak, and you're all supposedly speaking the same language. I think you're like, oh, here comes an American, let's screw them. no, top of the stairs if you know what cares. What does that mean?
Even I don't know, but we do a really good job of butchering our own language.
It's great.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, we went over to America earlier this year, and I struggled. I mean, I lost track of how many times, Nikki, I asked you, what was that? What was that?
Wait a minute. You guys were in America, and I didn't get a phone call?
Unfortunately, yeah, we were on a very brief paranormal tour, Nashville, and where else was it, Nikki? We went to Bobby Mackey's, and we investigated somewhere else as well in Tennessee.
Yeah, no, I understand. That's so far away. Why call Dave? I get it.
Where are you in America?
But yet I'm coming to England to see you guys. You're in America, and you're like, let's not call Dave Schrader.
Don't tell him we're here.
I was talking all Cockney or whatever. That was Dick Van Dyke's, I think I was just throwing on. There I go, Governor.
There you go. That's a good accent. I can't wait to hear
I don't think so. So did you guys enjoy Bobby Mackey's?
Yeah, it was good.
It was an experience.
Yes.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was very dusty. Very dusty.
The first time I went to Bobby Mackey's, it was ice cold there. And everybody's like, it's never been this cold. And I said, that's my fault. And they said, why? And I said, because I always say it would be a cold day in hell before you find me in a country bar. And apparently I brought that on myself. Yeah, it was very cold. But let me, for all of your listeners there in the UK, if you want an adventure of a lifetime, once you've met me and we've had a chance to hang out in England this November, I'm doing a tour through New Orleans that includes an investigation at Myrtle's Plantation and a few other amazing sites. We're going in search of voodoo, vampires, werewolves, also known as the Rougarou, which is Australian for beer, and ghosts. So witchcraft, the whole thing. We're going to be there investigating all these great claims. It's like a 12-day trip.
That sounds amazing.
Your friends in the UK would like to come on over to the United States and actually get in touch with their pal Dave and be a part of it, go to darknessevents.com, and join me this November.
Dave's going to regret that, because if we do go back over to America, we'll be like, Dave, where are you?
Sign up, ladies.
Tour guide.
That's right. You guys can be my handlers. I'll just sneak you in under my wings. I'll wear a cloak. I'll get a cloak from, you know what? Neil looks like the kind of guy that has a cloak.
I'm certain he's got a cloak.
And you guys can be underneath my cloak and we'll go from building to building. And then I'll let you out like thing 1 and thing 2 from the Cat in the Hat.
Like a weird kind of flasher.
Facebook user, thanks for being so anonymous, says go to Scotland. You go to Scotland. I did go to Scotland. I went to Scotland last year. I was there. Yeah.
Scottish. Mm-hmm. She used to be anyway. She just not let go of the accent.
I used to be.
Yeah, I know, Michael Murray. I know that we do have a lot of different accents throughout the United States, but you just think England, I don't know, everybody's supposed to sound like Mary Poppins to me when I go over there. And I don't, that's not what it sounds like. It is, sometimes you do need a translation, lost in translation dictionary just to speak English.
Especially where we live. I mean, you travel half an hour down the road and there's a new accent, and then you go another half hour and there's another one. You know, there's so many and they're all so different. I mean,
see, I knew Neil's story had a cloak.
Of course he has a cloak. It's Neil.
Bring your cloak, Neil. I'm going to need it. Well, ladies, you're going to be
the cloak now.
Because I'm going to sneak you guys into my New Orleans trip under my cloak.
Of course, yeah.
See, this is I don't know if you know this, but this is the international high sign for cloak. It's this maneuver right here.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'm just here to share information. Day tickets do remain for the Festival of the Unexplained. You can go to festivaloftheunexplained.com/tickets-2. She's making it harder and harder as the show progresses. By the end of this thing, we're going to have a 14-mile long URL to get tickets.
But now we need to sell those tickets because you're going to do karaoke when it sells out.
Oh, that's what you think. Bosworth Hall. Tell me about Bosworth Hall, ladies, for the Americans that maybe are still on the fence about coming out there for this, or for the friends of yours throughout the UK who have not yet been to Bosworth Hall. Tell me about the hauntings and the history of this area.
Over to you, Gemma.
Really? I mean, there's a lot of stories about Bosworth Hall. There is an area at the front of the hall itself where there's stories of a child that had drowned and that is haunting the place. There is also, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. Penny,
the guy in the painting that Penny talked about.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name. He's one of the original, the one that the house was built for. He's supposed to still be there. I mean, I didn't do the ghost hunt last year, so I'm looking forward to doing it this year. But it's absolutely beautiful as well. It's you kind of pull up to it. It's so imposing. It's up these huge stone stairs. It's gorgeous.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
You will like it.
Yeah, and I hear there's air conditioning.
There's air conditioning nowhere in England.
I know. I know. Karen says, I've added 10 Saturday ferry day tickets and 10 Sunday imp tickets. Oh, why'd you pull it down? I was in the midst of reading it.
Sorry.
Come on.
Full flow.
You are the worst at this. Karen says there are 10 Saturday ferry day tickets and 10 Sunday imp day tickets due to demand. You can find that at festivaloftheunexplained.com/tickets-2. So please join us Thursday, the 14th of September through Sunday, the 17th of September at Bosworth Hall Hotel in Nuneaton.
Yep, but nobody can join us on Thursday now. We're sold out for the VIPs and the weekend tickets. So the spooky day trip sold out.
Unless you want to come in under my cloak.
I'm already in there.
Cloak of invisibility. Yeah. All right. So I don't have to sneak you two into your own event in my cloak, though. So, is that it? Okay. Dave, do you have growth going on underneath that cloak? I do not. Good
sir. I do. Oh, Mr. Dixie, apparently.
Nice.
The ghostie that we were talking about. Yeah, not a very nice man.
Of the Unexplained. It's going to be a good time. Looking forward to it. Maybe I should be more serious. Are people coming out to see like Holzer Files, Ghosts of Devil's Perch, Dave, where I'm always super serious and very intense? I'll be, all right, we're here to investigate. Now tell me about Bosworth Hall. Yeah. Is that better? Should I be that guy for this? Yeah. Is that more alluring? Look better with a cloak in front of my nose, arched eyebrows.
You're coming to England with us. You're going to be good time, Dave.
Yeah, good time, Dave. I'm going to get that tattoo right here. Good time, Dave.
Good time, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll see.
I will.
I think we're getting a run in history on.
Nice. Bosworth Hall was built in the 17th century. Yeah.
I'm really bad. I'm not touching those comments anymore.
I'll just keep reading them for you. I'll keep us in the know so people know what's going on. I'll do the job that Karen was too busy eating dinner to do tonight. I understand.
I know. Delegation, that's what it's called.
Is that what it's called? It dates back to 1680. That's how old Bosworth Hall is. Almost as old as me. That's why it's hard to get up there and swing my groove thing.
1680 knees.
Yeah.
I've got 1680 knees, God.
Oh, good God. Yeah. What a drag it is getting old.
I know.
So, what else should we talk about, ladies? I don't know how much longer you want me or need me for, but let's chit chat about the paranormal.
Well, you tell us. You've been so many different places. You know, which let's go country. Which country has been the best? Kind of.
You guys keep asking these broad swath questions. I can't really say because there's been different parts of different countries that have really been astounding. I will say one of my favorite experiences was this year going to Egypt, and we got access into King Tut's tomb, and it was just our little group of like 25 people, and we got to investigate it by ourselves. And King Tut is right there. He's laying in a plexiglass coffin, so you could see him. And we actually, here's an interesting element. While we were there, we all settled in, and I started doing EVP, electronic voice phenomena recording, and we got responses. But we got responses in English, American English, which was weird. But then when we got home, everybody on the trip is like, we want to hear the audio. Please send us the audio. And when I uploaded it, all the EVP are gone. We all heard it in King Tut's tomb. So I think it was more of a psychic imprint. I think we were hearing it because whatever was there was communicating to us in that moment. Maybe I'm wrong, but that was just to be able to go into these amazing tombs and see history just kind of literally unfold in front of you was great. But
that's pretty special. Not many people get to do that, do they?
No. Now I've been to Romania. I've been to a couple of the castles that are officially connected to Dracula, to Vlad the Impaler, Vlad Tepes. I've been to Burg Frankenstein in Germany, and I've been to, just some of these amazing spots that should be on everybody's bucket list. I've been to Rendlesham Forest, so that was a remarkable experience, and just getting to sit there and hear different history and to see in your countries, these buildings are centuries and centuries old. Meanwhile, up the block from my house, we have a house built in 1990 that's falling in on itself because it's not taken care of. And I'm like, what are we doing wrong here? We don't build enough castles in the United States.
You do not build enough castles. You have a point. I mean, everything here is, I think we're probably a bit spoiled really in the fact that we maybe don't appreciate how old and how much history we do have, because we're just surrounded by it. But then obviously we get Americans come over who are just absolutely amazed by it and about how old everything is. You go to a pub, it's from the 1400s. They're just mind blown.
It's crazy. One of the followers said, what did you think of Romania? Did you go to Brasov? Yes, I went everywhere in Romania. We had an amazing time. I love it. That's one of the places on earth I would not mind retiring to. Your money goes a lot further there. The people were great. The food was good. You're talking about an ancient civilization. These buildings are hundreds upon hundreds of years old, and they still stand, and they're amazing and elegant. Sometimes you walk into these towns, and it's like you're walking into the middle of a Disney cartoon.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the pictures. I've never been myself. It's kind of a bucket list thing. They do look incredible. They look so good.
Yeah. Well, get under my cloak, ladies. We're going to travel the world.
Or to have the money to do it.
This cloak is sounding better and better.
I'm going to have to make room for you two and then Karen on my back, I think. I'll be like The weirdest
tiny.
tauntaun. Yeah, she's tiny. That'll be awesome. Yeah, so I just getting out to all these different countries and getting a chance to hear the history, get a chance to actually be there. Yeah, Mike O'Rourke. He's one of my buddies. He's our Scotland tour guide, Mike O'Rourke, every time we go over there. What's the most frightening experience I've ever had?
This is our Jillian. Jill's my work wife. Hi, Jill.
Watching 7 children be born and then 4 of them going on dates with boys for the first time. Those are all pretty terrifying moments. Pretty terrifying. As far as paranormal goes, getting knocked on my ass at Whaley House in San Diego by an unseen force, that still kind of rattles my brain. I feel this disassociative nature to it, like I watched it on TV instead of living the moment, because it's so surreal to have something of that force hit me, knock me to my knees, and there was nothing visually there to witness. That was really disarming. I don't want to say afraid or frightening, but it was disarming and alarming. I'm glad that it happened because it gave me a totally new insight to different elements of the paranormal I'd never experienced. But now that it's happened, I don't need to have it happen again.
Yeah, hard pass.
Yeah. I'll be hard passing as well. God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Did you? Oh, got everybody asking about where you've been and what you've done.
Just everywhere. Like I said, you know, I feel bad because I've been to so many foreign countries, seen so many castles. Have I been to Nuremberg Castle? Maybe. I can't remember every Nuremberg, Nuremstein, Achtenstein, Bischenstein, Frankenstein castle. They all start to blend together, but I've been in them. I've seen them. I've, been to Fyvie Castle in Scotland and Lemp Castle, and I've been to Chillingham Castle, and it's really kind of neat to have been out there and Lep Castle. I've had amazing times every time I've been out to Lep Castle. As a matter of fact, when I was there years ago, we captured an image of what looks like a friar up in the upstairs window looking out at us, and there's nobody up there. This last time we were out there last year, again, we had so many people that wanted to go. We ended up doing 2 trips to Scotland. And during one of the trips earlier in the year, the sun, I couldn't believe it. It's like 10:50 at night and the sun is still up. And we were up in the Bloody Chapel and we were all kind of gathering, trying to do some EVP work. And one of our guests stood back and started taking pictures of all of us kind of doing EVP work. And we caught this hooded black monk figure standing right next to me. And nobody can explain it. It's really a cool, creepy, interesting little photograph.
Lep Castle looks so good. That's somewhere I'd really like to go. Mm-hmm. You just don't see people. You don't see many people over this way doing it, do you? It's not. Everybody knows about it, but nobody seems to go.
You know what? It's like in America. You live next to Disneyland, and nobody goes to Disneyland that lives in Florida, right? I mean, it's when you're so used to just driving around the corner to go to the Aldi and there's a castle, it's not as big a deal to you as it is to foreigners coming into your country. So I mean, you guys, you're kind of immune to that excitement. We don't have that here in the United States. There are a few rich goof-offs who've built a castle in 1950, but it just doesn't hold the same allure as the history overseas.
No, I was going to ask as well, going off on a bit of a tangent, obviously you're meeting up with Neil, who's done the Dracula stuff. Are you going to Whitby, or have you ever been to Whitby?
Oh, we went to Whitby. It was amazing. On our trip with Neil to England, it looks fake. All of our photographs look fake because while we were in England for like 10 or 11 days, we had bright blue skies for 9.5 of those days.
God, you need to come back and do the same.
Neil's like, this never happens. This is insane. The pictures look like postcards. They look surreal because you've got, Whitby and you see the blue skies and through that one window, and it doesn't look natural to Neil or the people that live in that area. But we had a chance to go cycle around and see all that area. Isn't Whitby, and help me out, I know Neil, you're watching. I think Whitby isn't that where we went, where in the Dracula book, that's where the ship came in and he ran up into the cemetery. Yeah. So
yeah, you've got to walk up the 101 steps.
Yeah. No, I took a helicopter on TV's Dave Schrader.
Oh dear. But yeah, we love Whitby. We've never investigated there, have we? We just tend to take the kids.
No, it's just the steps put me off.
Oh, behave.
The steps put me off. I know. You know what's funny is I go on these trips. We walk like 10 to 12 miles a day. I get home and like walking from my studio to the kitchen to get water is like, oh my God, it's a minute and a half walk. Kids, can somebody get daddy a water? I don't know.
It's a minute and a half walk to your kitchen. You must have a gigantic house.
No, not even. Well, I got to go around corners, step over kids' shoes, try not to get knocked over by my dog or a stray cat that likes to leap out at my head. And I'm pretty sure this new idiot kitten we've got will sometimes show up over my shoulder while we're doing this interview. So just be warned. He just got this stupid cat. And a couple weeks ago, he pops up on my shoulder and then slides down my back and bit me in the ass while I was on the air. So
I like him already.
Yeah. Oh, do you? That's nice.
I couldn't resist.
Gemma, it looks like we're just going to have a one-sided cloak for now on.
I'll go for that. That's fine.
Hello, Gary Fields. Good evening. Thanks for joining us here.
Hi, Gaza. Hello.
This is our Gary.
Gaza.
Oh, it's
okay. Yeah. I was like, man, you guys do pronounce things strange. I was like, Garry is Gary, not Gaza. Ah.
No, if you want things pronounced strangely, Gary is your man. He's from Liverpool.
What is the version of English where you guys rhyme everything?
Cockney.
Oh, Cockney slang. Yeah.
Is it Cockney slang? Yeah, because it was like ducks and ladders means ducks and bladders or some nonsense. And I'm like, well, why don't you just say ducks and bladders? And Neil's like, that's the way we talk.
Just, apples and pears.
Well, how the hell am I supposed to understand what's being said? Yeah.
You just got to guess. I think that's what we do.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Going to the teddy bears? Doing what? Up the stairs? Yeah, Whitney was amazing.
It's even
more time. I'm going to come over there and I'm going to end up stripped naked in a cornfield and left alone somewhere because I keep picking on the accents out there. I got to be cautious.
You're not the first. Sorry. You are not the first to pick on the accents.
To be naked and left in a cornfield when they visit your event? Yeah. Frog and toad equals road, or just road.
Just road.
Can't we just go with road, Neil? It's just up the frog and toad. Pardon me. You know, up the frog and toad. It's a road, Neil. I just think he's mental when he's talking like that. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a waste of syllables.
It is. So many. Life is so short. I don't want to waste telling people it's up the road when I have to say it's up the frog and toad.
I hope you embrace it fully while you're here and give it a go.
I'm going to try. I might just start making nonsense talk and then look at you people like you're idiots for not understanding my version.
Your version.
Yeah.
Bring it.
And down the rub-a-dub for a Swiftie. Now that I understand because Neil was good on our Swifties every night after we finish it. Shall we pop in for a Swiftie? And then we'd pop in for a quick beer.
A quick Swiftie.
And he's always doing the and then we're out and on to the next for another Swiftie.
There'll be many Swifties. I
wish I could grow a mustache like that.
It's impressive.
I don't think I'm not the man for it. I would mess it up. And I'd get it out there twirling and probably poke out my kids' eyes. Although it might be good for like deflecting cats that are diving at my face. I don't know.
Self-defense mustache.
That's right.
Oh dear. Right. I think Karen is winding us up by the looks of this. Thank you all for joining us this evening.
I'm sorry I was a little late in trying to get here. I'd taken my son out for his 14th birthday. We took him out to lunch at his favorite restaurant. And then on the way back, we hit a torrential rainstorm where traffic was like at a standstill. I'd given myself a good 40 minutes leeway. So I figured I'll get home. I'll have 40 minutes to get ready and do this. And all of a sudden my phone starts dinging with messages from Karen. She's like, "Where are you?" I don't know why I use that accent. She's very beautiful and sweet and doesn't talk like a St. Bernard dog from a cartoon. I don't know, but where are you? Are you you're supposed to have started 10 minutes ago. I'm like, I'm on my way. Hold on. So I thank you guys for being patient and waiting for me. to do this, but I can't tell you how excited I am. This is going to be a lot of fun, and I look forward to hanging out with all of you at the conference, at the Festival of the Unexplained, Thursday, the 14th, all the way to Sunday, the 17th of September at Bosworth Hall Hotel. We're going to be there. There are some ferry tickets for Saturday and imp tickets for Sunday and nothing for Thursday. You missed your chance, people.
Gone.
Yeah. But I'll make up for it with karaoke and dancing for the rest of the time.
There we go. Look, somebody, look, just before we finish. There you go.
Oh, Sharon. All right. Well, I'm leaving it up to this one right here. She's going to have to dye my goatee red.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, that's going to be brilliant.
Maybe
we just cut your hair and I'll put it on there.
Shall we'll just hold it over your face?
That's right. Exactly.
Well, thanks so much, everybody. And we'll see you all at the festival, we hope. Let's sell out these day tickets so Dave can do karaoke for us all, as he's promised. And we'll see you all soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.